Hello, hello, good evening. It's, I don't know, what is it, 12:33? 12:39 in the morning right now. And I really should have came on about 40 minutes ago because I was flying high. I was full of piss and vinegar and I let out all that. Some of you know I have a trumpet channel. I felt trumpet always helps relieve the helium from me. It's like a lot of comics, they get high before they perform it. And I've done that, but lately I've been putting that more into my trumpet. Now, and the reason why I'm flying high, folks, is one gummy fucked me up. That's right. I have not eaten any gummies probably in close to 5 days. I have not been feeling well. I had, I've having back problems. Been chilly. I've been hot. I'm tired. Uh, sore throat, coughing, and I just didn't. Sometimes doing that rate, I have anxiety. When I'm not well, I have anxiety because I never think I'm going to get better. But sometimes the anxiety gets bad even not getting high. Sometimes when you're not getting high, you get into this gutter of your brain where you get depressed and all you want to do is just sleep and lie around. It's hard to function. I was getting used to it, but I had one gummy, and since my tolerance is so down, I was flying for hours. And I'll try to come, and I could take another one now, but it's going to take about a half an hour to get in my system. And honestly, I'm trying to wind down. I have an interview tomorrow morning, and I hope I don't. And I'm not going to be hard on myself if I don't go, but it's for a good gig. It's something that I can do to supplement, with my other gigs. It's a little part-time gig. It's a driving gig, but not driving people, you know, something else. And I'm good. I'm the type of person when I drive, I'm straight. When I'm on the road, I don't mix. You don't have to drug test me. When it's time to work, I've had a driver's license for several decades, and I've been very careful protecting. I'm very proud of certain things in my life. Certain things in my life, I'm very proud, and I protect and I take care of. And one of them is my driver's license. You could do a lot with the driver's license. So anyway, if I get up, I'm trying to do my best to get myself up in the morning. I mapped it all out. I mapped the bus, and I'm gonna try to go. But I just want to come on here and talk for a while. I was funnier before, actually, but I'm beginning to learn that it doesn't have to be funny. This podcast, it's a comedy podcast. Yes, we talk about comedy, we joke around, but it's not stand-up comedy. It's yes, my shorts are stand-up comedy, and I'll keep doing them, but I'm really trying to get my mind off of stand-up comedy. I went to an open mic tonight. I talked about it on my other channel. It's a one mic that I go to. It's comedy, but they also have music too. And there's another larger mic nearby where with more comics, and they walk in sometimes, and it just like a lot of them. You'll walk up to them, you'll watch their act, you'll tell them something like they'll leave as soon as they're done, and you'll walk them, you congratulate them, and you'll tell them how much and they won't stick around and watch. That's how they roll. Or they'll smile and they'll ask you what you're doing, that they won't stick around and watch you. That's how they roll. Because but there's one. But the benefit. But I was also I was isolating myself for weeks away from socialization. And the advantage, yes, I had to be around those pricks, but I also got to be around a couple cool people who were nice to me. And the things they said were worth being around all of the assholes. You got me? Like one of them said to me, you know, he said, I told him I'm into podcasting. He's into podcasting too. And he's like, yeah, no, that's better. That's much better than hanging around comedy where everybody's trying to one up each other. That's all it is. Everybody's trying to step all over each other, being dicks to each other. In order to make it in comedy, you have to hang around these assholes. You got to compete with them. You got to shit in the toilet with them, basically. They're all up like cattle, lining up, waiting to get in stage and perform. You see, and like only a couple will be cool and talk to you in this chat. And even some of them who chat with you, it's fake chatting. It's only because you came up to them or because whatever, you're in a circle. But like you pass them by a minute later and they're another crowd, they won't even notice you. It's fake. Some of them are actually genuine. You see, that's a problem. In order to meet the good people, what's the term to find a diamond? You got to be around a lot of rocks. It's a problem. You can't avoid an entire scene. And I'm glad I went there. And I brought my trumpet there, and I made some good connections. And but I had to be around some other less desirable people. But I wanted to start off. I want to joke. Put my glasses on. Like, am I the only one here who has to wear reading glasses to watch porn? Anybody use reading glasses when they watch porn? That's what I wanted to start with. And then, I don't even care about because being funny can be mixed with other things. Being funny could be mixed with being a radio DJ. You could be a funny doctor. You could be a funny teacher. Be a funny musician. Be a funny photographer. I'm not. I gotta stop dwelling on it. That's my problem. I dwell on being a stand-up comedian, and it's not for everybody. Yes, you can have it, but you have to really have tough skin. And I'm getting older and older, and I do it. I hang around. Not too much. I stay affiliated, but I try not to say negative things about it either. I try to stay off certain platforms where I know these people from the scene because I'm comparing myself. I am. I'm watching them. I'm just as bad as they are in a way. I am just as bad as they are. It's just not healthy for me. This is healthy for me. Podcasting is. I am so glad that I found podcasting. It gives me a voice. It's my own microphone. I don't gotta wait for a MC to hand me the mic for my 5 minutes on the stage. For years, I was always waiting for those 5 minutes. All week I'd wait, whatever, to go to travel to and sit for 3 hours for 5 minutes of a mic that's not even yours. Everybody else is spitting on, and half these motherfuckers walk out on you. They don't even watch you. Why? When I get to sit here at my own mic and do this at my own desk all day. Like I said, 1 or 2 people follow. It starts slowly. Like when you're going live on YouTube, you wait for the people to trickle. You tell people the channel. You get to know people off the record. So that was my night tonight. I don't know. I can go live here if I want. I'm starting to think about that. It's not on you. It's on me, folks. Because I have the subscribers. Thank you. Thank you to my 72 subscribers. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. God bless. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to deal with it yet. I'm somewhat of an introvert too. As much as my complaining about not having an audience and people not liking me and not being in real shows, part of the problem is me. I don't want too much attention. I don't want too much like me. Some people are private. So I'm okay with me now with my 72 subscribers. That's fine. And talking to the microphone and doing my own thing. Honestly, that's fine. I started podcasting. For years, I did an audio podcasting. I didn't know who was listening. I still only have 20 subscribers. If you check out my original podcast, I'm not in that platform. If you check out Spotify and Apple, Steve K's Variety Show in audio, okay, I have like 20 subscribers. I have like over 600 episodes recorded audio that I made in motel rooms, wherever I lived, on phones like this, but it was pure audio. And the only reason why I'm not in that platform because they wanted to start charging me money if I wanted to keep making content. And I'm not going to pay money to do this. I'm sorry, folks. I might not make any money. But I come on YouTube. I do it for free. And if I could figure out how to do this in audio, on YouTube I would. But you could find this in audio too. I also do this in audio on Buzzsprout. You can find Steve K's Variety Show on Buzzsprout. That's my podcast. Well, I'm confusing this. That's right. It's my comedy podcast. This is Steve K's comedy podcast, but it's also Steve K's Variety Show. See, I'm a podcaster. I'm becoming I'm a funny podcaster. This is my evolution. Yeah, I'm talking about myself. I'm sorry. I'm complaining about guys who do comedy, about how they talk about themselves all the time. And here I am talking about myself, but I'm keeping it real, folks. I watch a lot of podcasters too, and I think they're funny, and I learn from them. And I think, you know what? That looks more fun. I'd rather do that. Why am I sitting around a bunch of jerks who hate each other, waiting for 5 minutes, fighting to get booked, which I haven't been booked in 20 years, when I'm booking myself right here? This is booking. I'm getting coverage. I have more of an audience than I had when I was fucking live open mics where everybody walked out of the audience. I don't know who I'm reaching here. It's got to bring positivity, leaving negativity at home. And that's where the gummies come in handy, because they're magic pills. They help me forget that hate. Because I know I come in here sometimes hating. Sometimes when you see me raging and bitching and moaning and complaining, that's because I haven't done them. Because I got smoke coming out of my ears. Because I've been clean and sober. And I'm doing my best, but I'm dwelling and I'm thinking. That's part of my problem. I'm an overthinker. You understand? This is part of my therapy. Okay, this is my keeping it real. Being funny all the time, competing to be funny, thinking that's not even funny anymore. That's fake. That's ego. I mean, yeah, I understand it's comedy. I understand that's a business, and that's what we're talking about it because it's comedy. But to me, it's not fun. It takes the fun out of it. I'm not saying with hate. I'm not toxic now. I'm chill. I'm just looking and it's like me recently trying to work in an office, 5 days a week. I just don't have it to be around these fake people. I don't have it to be hanging around comedy open mics. I'm a freelancer. I'm a free spirit. I'm a straight trumpet player. I'm a podcaster. Some people just do better doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Can you help me find a title for this? A catchy title so people might want to watch this episode. What are we going to talk about? Reading porn. Yeah, but then we talk about that. Then people don't want me to talk about porn. See, I could title this Reading Porn with Glasses. That would be good clickbait. I could, but people are going to come on here and they're going to expect me to talk about reading porn the whole time. That's the problem. Screw it. You know what? They don't watch me anyway. And now I understand when these guys do clickbait. They kind of have to. Because you see, I get totally bypassed. So what? Screw it. I'm going to write Reading Porn Glasses. And if people want to cut out, fine. But at least they'll click for a minute. So that's where we're going to start it off. Do you read porn? Do you read porn glasses?